Hey everybody, welcome to Strategy Now here at MarketStream.live. My name is Joseph Cusick with the Cusick Group, securities offered by MoneyBlock. No vote, folks. No vote. They came out. We saw volatility, and this is actually something that was pretty cool. As a matter of fact, before I was coming on, I was taking a look at the VIX, and what was very interesting is if you look at a 5-minute chart, you can actually see exactly when this occurred. Basically, right here at around was about 215, 220. You saw that volatility was trading around 1230. It creeped up a little bit. I'm like, okay, it's not really that big of a deal. Now all of a sudden looking at it, that was 115, 120. Then all of a sudden you're starting to look at this at around 240 Eastern time, 220, 240, and then boom. Right before Paul Ryan was supposed to come out and speak, he then said he wasn't going to come out and speak. They were holding off. Then they said there was going to be a delay to the vote. Then the White House confirmed that they will not be voting on the health care reform. You saw volatility move even before that. Once that was confirmed and the headlines were confirmed, boom, vol popped up. Now trading on almost its best levels all day at 1310. Just giving you a little insight on how volatility and how the expansion and contraction can happen very quickly. And that's in front of the events. Okay, so speaking of that, taking a look, we'll go over this at 4:30 Eastern time on the closing bell. You see that the markets have turned tail. They're actually trading at the lowest levels. And I wanted to actually talk in this segment, we were going to talk about healthcare in front of the vote. And we talked about in Tech Talk, XLV, which is the healthcare sector ETF. And specifically then we looked at some holdings. We looked at one holding, United Healthcare, just pull it out. So I thought, well, here in Tech Talk, that was Strategy Now. In Tech Talk, what I wanted to do was break down the 5 biggest holdings or 4 biggest holdings in XLY and see how they're performing and give you a little bit of an idea of what the options are expecting as far as potential movement going into the close of business tomorrow. So it would have been post any vote that we would have had. The biggest holding in XLV, which is about 12% of XLV, the ETF that tracks healthcare, is Johnson & Johnson. It's now trading down 45 cents at 125.82. It's trading on almost its lows for the session. But one thing that's notable here is it's above its 20-day and above its 50-day moving average. What does that mean? That means that basically the bulls are still in control. Until you start to get a challenge of these two levels, that means both the short-term bulls, individuals that have been getting into the stock in the last 20 days, so in other words, on this rise to the upside, and the 50-day bulls who have been getting into the stock over the last 50 sessions, basically are still bullish. Now, it has pulled off from its highs this month of getting up into the 127 level, but we're going to watch this one very closely. Right now, the options are pricing in till the close of tomorrow that the stock could be either up or down $1, about $1.05. That's a little bit less than 1%, and it's already down 38 cents right now on the news of a no vote. Taking a look at the second largest holding in XLV is Pfizer, PFE. Taking a look at Pfizer right now, stock's trading down 19 cents, 0.5% at 34.28. Again, just straddling that 20-day moving average. The bulls are still in control here. So if you're thinking about, well, what's the sentiment in the stock with everything that's going on, it's still overall bullish, but it's mixed. It's been consolidating here. A break of this level on the 20-day moving average, $34.08. That means that the short-term bulls are going to be under stress. We're going to watch that. The stock is pricing in basically a 32-cent range, either up or down. That comes out to almost a 1% move being priced in, and it's already moved 18 cents today. Taking a look at the third largest holding of the ETF XLV is Merck. Now, Merck Pharmaceutical has been bucking the trend of the overall healthcare sector. This drug stock, large cap drug stock, is trading at 63.24, down 26 cents or basic 0.4%. It has broken its 20-day, and after consolidation, the bulls gave up, capitulated, and now it's down below its 50-day. That means that we have the bears in control both on a short-term and a mid-term basis. If the bulls are going to take back control, they got to take back $64. That's 75 cents away. And Merck is pricing in the options that expire tomorrow, pricing in a range of around 52 cents. So basically from these levels, it's only pricing in the potential for it to be at around 63.75 or down as low as 62.75. So not seeing that move to get the bulls back into play or above this 50 and 200-day moving average. So let's watch this one very closely. And then finally, another large cap drug stock, Gilead. Gilead has been on the downside since basically May of last year. If you actually scale back, you'll see that it started to scale off right here, and it's been in a bearish trend for the last year almost. And as a matter of fact, you see the stock coming off of its lows, but down 36 cents or 0.5%. It's 67.47. Right now, the options, and this is the fourth largest holding in XLV, the options are pricing in roughly about a 1.3% move between now and tomorrow. It's already moved to 0.5%, so that's roughly around 79 cents between now and the close of business tomorrow. So some decent movement in there as well. And then finally, XLV, we've talked about the overall ETF. Right now, it is broken its 20-day. The short-term bulls have lost a little bit of control, but it's trading off of its worst levels right now at 74.24. They're pricing in until the close of business tomorrow, 1% move. It's moved about 0.2% right now. Pricing in a 1% move between now and the close of business. That's basically about 72 cents either up or down. So we could see it back up above 75 or right around 75, or we could see it down at 73.5. So we'll watch this one very closely, especially now that the vote has been delayed, but we see that the markets are starting to rebound. Speaking of that, we'll be talking about all the closing action at 4:30 Eastern Time here at MarketStream.live. Join us.